And we're live. Hey, Dex.
Yo,
How you doing, man?
doing great. It's Take Back Friday, man.
Yes, it
Pizza
is.
Friday movie night.
Pizza Friday movie night. Love it. For me, I've been trying to eat lower carb. I'm always trying to eat lower carb. If you ask me Frank, what diet are you doing anytime in the last 15 years, I'll say I'm trying to eat lower carb.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So I'll be eating vegetable pancakes. They're the closest thing to like deep fried garbage I can find, but they're actually made of vegetables. So it's
Still food.
gonna have to do. I actually really like them. So
It's better than Soylent Green.
yes, it is. But it's great to talk to you, my man. It's been a crazy week. It's been
Hasn't it
a
though?
crazy, insane year. And man, people are nervous and freaking out. And we're just here to say,
I would be nervous too if I didn't subscribe to the Pulse Wave report and I'm looking at Bitcoin down almost 3,000 points. Yeah, I would be nervous too.
yeah, yep. So let's start with that. We're going to do what we're doing. The reason I'm here is we're doing Bitcoin and crypto for beginners, but we're going to talk about the PulseWave trading reports in general. So someone asked me, we started this in the Zoom. And by the way, this is live on YouTube. So people always ask me if these are recorded. This is it. This is the recording. And we're doing it right now. So someone was asking me if we're going to be going over the reports, what we're going to be talking about. So we're going to talk about the PulseWave price trigger reports and that applies universally to anything you want to trade. And we trade just about everything, or we cover just about everything in these daily price trigger reports, these tradable reports. So they're a lot of fun. They're very useful no matter what you're trading. So whether it's equities or Forex or cryptos, the reports apply. So we're going to look at those. Dex is going to give some of his insights. Obviously, they're his reports, so no one has more insight into them than him. And but we are going to focus on trading cryptos and some really fun ways to trade cryptos that weren't available just a couple of years ago, and that are my personal favorite. First, Dex.
Yo,
Bitcoin is up on the screen. Did you had a show this morning? You did, right?
Yes, I did.
It
was a brief one, just pretty much letting people know about the webinar this morning.
Okay, perfect. Then this is good timing. So I got the weekly on the right. I've got the daily on the left. This is Bitcoin USD. What are your thoughts about Bitcoin, about crypto? Just, I know I'm asking a lot, but especially since there was no big morning show, what are your thoughts right now about cryptos, Biden, going into the weekend? Just a couple thoughts pertaining to trading as we get ready. We're in Take Back Friday. So
first and foremost, we can talk markets anytime. You're not putting a lot on me at all. This is what I do. I love the markets. As everyone knows, I have a passion for the markets. So first things first. Okay, so Bitcoin, the Bitcoin Futures Composite Index is down 2,770 points right now, which is equal to $2,770. Some people who are long are getting punched in the face if they did not take profit or pop their way through the trade, as I pleaded with people to do leading up to this event. This is Take Back Friday. Take Back Friday is playing out the way it normally does, which is if the markets have been up most of the week, then they will be down on Friday due to profit taking and vice versa. So that's what we're seeing here. All right. Now, you may see some news come out that try to explain or rationalize why the markets were down. They may say, well, because of Trump or whatever. No, that's not the real story. The real story is buying and selling. Today, the sellers are outweighing the bidders, and thus the prices are falling. So as far as the Biden presidency situation, well, I've been talking about that for a while, pretty much all week, as far as, what's going on in the economy. The truth of the matter is, Biden's first act before he's even sworn in, he's already acting presidential and wanting to spend trillions of dollars.
Very presidential.
Before even getting sworn into office, he's already flying the helicopter and throwing out bags of money. And he hasn't sworn in yet. He's not even officially the president yet.
They already gave him the money.
No oath taking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's already spending trillions. He wants to spend trillions.
Amazing.
So to me, it's the old saying, introducing to everyone the new boss, same as the old boss.
Mhm.
He's doing the same thing Trump was doing when he was in office, which is spending money, which is what every president does when they get in office. They spend money and then they take care of their buddies who got them elected, whatever power structure that be. I think what we're seeing too is, and this is why the markets have been responding the way they've been, is because you're seeing a little bit of panic coming in because Biden represents something new and different. We have had infighting in the power structure for the past decade. And now we're starting to see the results of the infighting. I broke that story back in 2013, where there was a shadow type government that was trying to take control of the old guard and installing new, younger people and everything to make themselves look hip and trendy and things like that. And then lo and behold, what do we have being debated over the last couple of years? And that's communism in America. Communism is the hard body karate terminology for socialism, because socialism, communism, fascism, totalitarianism, it's all under the same umbrella, and it's just different faces of the pig. Pig with makeup, pig without makeup. All right, but it's still a pig. And this is what we are. It's a tyrannical government that is underway where the U.S. Constitution and Bill of Rights is going to be thrown into the fireplace and lit on fire. And there's not a thing you can do about it. I warned the American people a decade ago that they would not be able to do anything about it to stop it. I was told I was wrong. I was told I was unpatriotic. And here we are today. The only thing I really can stand by is that I have these pulse wave reports. And to me, at the end of the day, that's what really bears me out. And that's why I developed the pulse wave reports, because everything that can be known or is known at that particular period in time has already been factored into the price. And the markets speak loudly, regardless of what the politicians and talking heads are saying on TV. The markets speak volumes to you, and either they agree or they disagree. And that's what we've been seeing. And right now, the market is disagreeing with this new government that is taking control. It doesn't like it. That's why Bitcoin is marching up to 50,000, because it doesn't like this new government structure. It's afraid of it. So people are trying to flee America in every form possible, whether it be expatriation, whether it be moving money out of the country, moving their bodies out of the country, moving their holdings and investments. People are fleeing because they are afraid, because they know what's coming.
Yeah.
All right. And it's that new one world government with the one world religion. And the markets have already peaked game. So you're saying, well, I don't understand that. How did the markets go up so powerfully and whatnot? Well, if you remember what I've always told you, those who've been with me the longest, the higher the stock indexes go, the deeper the economy sinks into ruin. And that the market prices are divorced from the economy. And that's what you're seeing right here. And I like how Peter Schiff said it, and I covered his interview yesterday. And he was saying, if you look at the demise here in the price of the US dollar, it's actually showing you inflation, and that we're teetering on falling over into full-blown hyperinflation. If you look at the grain markets, the grain markets have exploded in the last couple of weeks. We got beans in the teens. When you see soybeans in the teens, that's time to wake up and stand up and take notice. And that's where we are now. That's why it's, to me, it's more important now than ever to learn how to take advantage of these situations, because it may be your last chance to do so. That's why these reports are so freaking important. And anybody now can have access to these markets, but I'm afraid it may not always be that way. So you want to get in now, learn how to read these reports, build that income stream for yourself, so you won't be one of those few people having to rely 100% on basic universal income, because that's what's next.
Yep. That's I was thinking while you were talking, we have something very practical that we're talking about today. It's one thing to get on and talk about politics, and it's, it can be a very depressing discussion, but this is something that you could do. Trading is something you could do. You could take things into your own hands. And something I wanted to talk about real quick before we get into the webinar, it's now starting our new price for 2021. Pulse Trading, you could trade cryptos and Forex for just $49 a month. So we boiled it down to 3 memberships, 2 paying memberships, $49 a month to trade cryptos and Forex. And then if you want full access, Bitcoin, equities, everything, just $199 a month. That's not a sale price. That's our new pricing. So very exciting. And so check that out, pulsesafetrading.com. But we're going to get into it. This is as I started to say, Dex, with everything you're talking about how people are fleeing, right?
Yeah.
It may seem like it's too late, but it's never too late. I like to say that I'm a late early adopter. You know what that means? So an early adopter is somebody who, they adopted technology before everybody else, the first few people on Twitter or whatever, right? I like to call myself a late early adopter. I get into things right before everybody else.
Nothing wrong with that at all, my brother. Nothing wrong with that at all.
I'll notice a trend and I'll jump on it. But the point being this, even when you are late to the party, whether it's to cryptos or to trading or to whatever plan is cranking in your mind, you're looking at the country, you're looking at the world, things are getting weird, and you're thinking, well, I missed it. I missed my opportunity. That's just not true. Whether it's this opportunity or something else, don't count yourself out. Other people may be fleeing the country. Maybe that's not practical for you at this point in your life, but you can be thinking about how you're going to position yourself so that you have your life in your own hands and not in someone else's. Like you were saying, universal income. What a dreadful thing to be stuck on. What a dreadful thing. It may sound great to some kid who doesn't have a job and doesn't have any experience in life, but those of us who have done a few things know how miserable that can be. So Dex, let's get into this. First, welcome everybody. We are doing a live webinar today. This is Bitcoin trading for beginners, but we're going to look at pulse waves in general. And we have this wonderful sale price for, it's not a sale price, it's our new pricing for 2021. Starting at $49, you can get a robust set of reports every night and trade crypto and Forex with us. So first, our general advice disclosure: trading, you can hurt yourself trading, right, Dex? Why don't you warn our friends here about how they can really hurt themselves if they're not careful, please?
Oh yeah, you can definitely get yourself punched in the face or decapitated if you don't know and understand proper money management techniques when you come into this market. So that's why we offer and teach our subscribers the POP method so that you can protect yourself. We always use protective stops when we're trading, always.
Built in.
I don't care if it's a penny stock. I'm using protective stops.
Yeah. As a wise man once said, I like to keep my kappa firmly tated. So don't get decapitated in the markets. All right. Yeah. Read this, love it, live it. We don't touch your money. We don't take your money. We provide reports that you can use. So whenever you get into trading, make sure you put your grown-up pants on and realize you're responsible for yourself. There's nobody to blame. There's nothing to yell about. This is you taking responsibility and entering these markets. That said, Pulse Wave Trading, wonderful resource to have when you brave the markets. So we're talking about Bitcoin trading for beginners, but to get started, and this is something I know, Dex, you were eager to talk about today, and some of the people in the chat were eager to talk about before we started. Let's start by talking a little bit about what the Pulse Wave price trigger reports are. This is what Pulse Wave Trading is all about. It's about delivering these reports. So just a couple quick points, and then we're going to look at them, and I'll let you go on them. So Dex been working on these for over 20 years. Started literally in his lap, pencil on paper, and now, of course, produces thousands of reports every weekday evening and delivers them to our members at pulsewavetrading.com. We have our partner membership where you get access to about, I think it's 10 reports on cryptos and Forex. And then there's our pro, which is thousands of foreign equities, all of our cryptos, all of our Forex, and a bunch of other stuff too. So very cool. So these are tradable reports based on DEX's PulseWave algorithm, published every weekday evening, Sunday through Thursday evening, based on a comprehensive trading strategy. Dex, one of the things I always tell people I like about you is you don't trade based on some kind of hobby horse or divining of the markets. You put all the data you can find into the reports and crunch it with your algorithm, which you are always working on and tweaking based on current circumstances. So when we say comprehensive strategy, no human being could process the amount of data that DEX is processing every day to come up with the PulseWave price trigger reports. And so it's a wonderful thing. And of course, they primarily are there for DEX.
Correct. That's how they started off. Being
That's what they
just for me.
are. Yeah. So the fact that he's working on them anyway. So the fact that he shares them is just awesome. So takes the guesswork and emotion out. There's a reason DEX is called the Vulcan. It's because he doesn't rely on his emotions to trade every day. Then we got thousands of tradable triggers published every weeknight. And they are smart, dynamic, and they talk. So now we're going to take a quick look at them. So let me pull up. I got to log in. Oh, hold on. I like to do it off screen. I don't know why. Well, I already saw it. It's hard to be a privacy guy who does a lot of screencasts.
I know, right?
You just live in panic all the time. I'm really serious about my privacy. Let me open a window to the world every week.
There you go.
So here we go. This is our trading dashboard. And what this really is just a launching pad for all of the reports on our website. And it looks like we have a font issue that I have to fix, but that's okay. Wow. Yeah, we got a font issue, man.
Doing live streams always exposes everything, doesn't it?
It's so embarrassing. Yeah, I think I changed a heading last week because I noticed our pricing didn't fit either. And I was like, how did I let that go? So I must have changed a heading and it changed a bunch of headings. Anyway, no one cares. So these are our soon to be fixed dashboard page where you'll be able to read everything much more clearly. But you'll see here, each one of these reports is a collection of reports. So let's start by looking at our partner report. This is the report you get access to for only $49 a month. And it has 7 crypto USD pairs and then 3 Forex pairs. So we said just a minute ago, let me type in, let's look at ETH. ETH is cranking today. Or is it? I don't know. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I know why I was looking at it. I was looking at it in here in Bybit. So here's an example of a price trigger report. I always think it looks, if you look at the words, it looks like a little like sword. You know, you got the fat part here is the hilt. So you have your buy trigger. This is ETH USD. You have your buy trigger with a stop loss. That's if you wanted to go long. And so you would use this to go long. This is your sell trigger with a short stop loss if you wanted to go short and make money with the market going down. Then we have our rally crash alert and our trend momentum. So we said the reports are smart, dynamic, and they talk. So here's what we mean by that. You'll notice, let's pull up ETH while we're talking about ETH. Just give me a second. Okay, ETH is at 1172 right now. There we go. All right, so ETH is doing the same thing that Bitcoin is doing. It's pulling back today. So if you look at our reports, it gives you a good place to go long and a good place to go short. And neither of those have been hit yet today, which means, actually, did the short get hit? Let's see. Well, that's the weekly. Let me see the daily. Low of the day, 1124. Yeah, so you're not there yet for the low, so that's still available. So this gives you different options. So when we say that it's smart, it has a certain strategy to it. The report will give you a buy trigger and a sell trigger based on what's going on in the market. Sometimes it'll be very close to the current price. Sometimes, like it is right now, it'll have a little bit more distance between the current price and the trigger. And you say, well, geez, what does that mean? That means the market is not giving us a good place to get in long or short. And so in this case, when the report keeps us out, it's keeping us out of what would have been a very bad or tumultuous trade at the very least. So when we say it's smart, the report actually has several different options for the strategy it's going to take on any particular tradable instrument, and it chooses for you. The other thing we said is, and if you don't know what that means, it doesn't matter. It just means the reports are awesome.
I like that.
The next thing, yeah, because we say all these things and then someone at home goes, I don't know what's going on anymore, man. Well, what it means is the report's really cool. So then we have these crash alerts to talk to you. It's saying here, market bias is positive money flow, possible algo shift, expect higher prices. But if there's a downtrend, a short-term bottom could now be in place. But look at this. The market is uptrending with strong positive momentum behind it. So this was a mixed report. Or no, it's not. This was a positive report, but it did not hit the buy trigger. So it kept us out. So Dex, talk a little bit about these reports and how that works and how you use them on a daily basis.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. What I normally look for when I open up the report, I'm looking for anything that has a buy or sell signal first. Buy or sell signals is anything that's a 777 or negative 777. A 777 means that is a buy signal. All right, so we're going to look to get long the market that day. A negative 777 means that that is a sell signal, and we're looking to sell short the market that day. Okay. One note I can make on that too is that when you see a 777 to get long the market, that means if you're short, that's you should be looking to get out of your short today if certain market conditions are met. Likewise, if you see a sell signal, then you should be looking to get out of your longs today if certain market conditions are met. So those are the most important factors of the report.
Excellent.
Those 777s.
And the number you're talking about is this code right here with the rally crash alerts.
Right.
This is a 999, this particular one. Let's open this up, see if we got any.
Yep, 999s are continuation patterns. So that means that it means you missed the initial buy signal, but now you can still have an opportunity to get long the market because the bias is still either long or short in the market. 999 and negative 999, same as 777s. Positive 999 is a bullish market, and a negative 999 is a bearish market.
Okay, excellent.
Just means that the market bias, that's what the market bias is at the moment.
Awesome.
So you can wait for the intraday price inflection points to be reached, and then you can get in. And you'll notice that in bull markets, sometimes we buy weakness, sometimes we buy strength. And bear markets, sometimes we sell strength, sometimes we sell weakness. So we have two strategies per market, 2 entries for bull markets, 2 entries for bear markets. And it's just that simple. That's all you're looking for.
Excellent.
So you see that 777, that is the thing you want to jump on. And then you follow the instructions for that day for that instrument.
Excellent. And the other thing, we said the reports talk. If you ever get confused, I mean, what you're talking about is a really awesome way to use the codes. But if you ever get confused about what the code means, it means whatever's written here.
That's right. Those are your instructions right there.
Right there. So you just read that. If you're really going, oh, wait, what am I supposed to do if there's a 999? What am I supposed to do if there's a 7? There's a code right there that's telling you what's going on. The other thing we do, and we will talk about the day in the life of a pulse wave trader in just a minute and show you sort of the step-by-step. If you're a trader, you're coming to the reports, what do you do every day? Because hearing Dex talk about it is exciting, but it can be overwhelming because he knows it so inside and out. What we're actually doing is taking 2 numbers, entering them into whatever platform we're using, and hitting the send button, the buy button, or the sell button on a
Correct.
So it's very simple. At the end of the day, you're putting a couple numbers in a platform like Bybit, and you're clicking sell long or buy long or sell short, using stop orders or conditional orders. So it's quite simple. And here's the thing. A lot of times when we do these webinars, people think this is the education. This is not the education. We're showing you some of the stuff we do very quickly. If you're a member of Pulse Wave Trading, we have extensive education for you. Extensive, but not endless. Many services that you sign up for if you want to trade, what they're really signing you up for is to give them more and more money so that you can get closer and closer to whoever is the coolest kid at that company, right? So eventually you're paying a fortune so that you can be in some kind of special class with that person. That's not what we do. We're too lazy for any of that. We have our reports. Dex worked very hard on it. We have our website to deliver them, and it's 2 simple prices, and that's everything that we have for you. And we think everything you need. So when you join, you have your member orientation, which I'm afraid the fonts. Oh, good. The fonts aren't too bad messed up on this page. So you have your member orientation, which shows you how to use our Slack chat, which shows you how to use the reports, which shows you how to trade cryptos or Forex or equities, depending on what you're doing, which teaches you how to use the POP method so that you can set your stop losses and manage your own trades. As I like to say, Dex, the scariest thing in trading is when you're in your first trade and you're making money or losing money for the first time. It doesn't matter making or losing. They're both terrifying the first time. So the POP method takes a lot of the fear and terror out of that, teach you how to manage your positions. Let's keep going. We'll come back to it. There's a lot more to say. And I'll give you plenty more time to talk. There's more than one way to trade a crypto. So cryptos are definitely, they're having their day with all of this political unrest. That's for sure. You know, the market is doing what many people in our circles have been saying it would do. And so here we are. We're seeing cryptos go through the roof. So many people are interested in it. So let's talk about this very briefly. I've done this in last week's podcast. If you want a slightly longer version of this little speech, you could check that out. I'm going to do it quick this time. There are more than one ways to trade. More than one way to trade a crypto. Spot trading is where we're going to trade back and forth. One of the problems with spot trading cryptos is, for the most part, you have to sell out of the trade in order to lock your profits in. For example, if you're trading Bitcoin USD and you're spot trading, in order to lock in your Bitcoin profits, you'd have to sell your Bitcoin at the end of the day, or some of it, right? So that's a bit of a pain. I like to hold on to my Bitcoin most of the time. Personally, I'm not trying to outguess the market all the time. So I don't particularly like spot trading most cryptos. That is getting in and out of them for profit. I prefer to trade them to try to build the portfolio of cryptos I have for the most part. Then there's margin trading, which trading cryptos on margin is a wonderful thing. If you do that, we would love to read your physics textbook or your brain surgery textbook you wrote, because it's really hard. It's a little confusing. So it's not my favorite. You're borrowing stuff, you're selling short, you're going long. You can do it. There are plenty of people in pulse width trading who are a lot smarter than me. Ask anybody. And they do margin trading using the price triggers on KuCoin, on Binance, on all kinds of places, and they do it great. I just don't like it. It confuses me. So the one I do like, since I've been whining and complaining, is contract trading. And there's a couple of platforms you can do that on. I believe you could do it on Binance now. I don't have access to Binance because I'm in New York. But I'm going to show you a couple of platforms where you can do it. So let's look. One is KuCoin. This is a great platform if you're in one of the less free places of the world, such as New York, and you can't get on Binance US or Binance.com. KuCoin has a lot of tools and very little KYC. You can spot trade, you can margin trade, and you can contract trade. They have it here under the futures. So if you go to futures and click on Pro, this will bring you to their futures trading or contract trading. Now, why do I like it? Let me just talk about this. Sorry, adjusting myself in my seat here. I've got a really high stool today. It's not fitting. I'm having trouble fitting in my camera. All right. Am I chugging, Dex? I imagine I'm probably going robot the way my screen looks. So I'm trying to let it catch up with me. All right. So here we are on KuCoin. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I look frozen.
Yeah, we can hear you and see you now. You're okay.
Yeah, it's frozen on my screen still. Okay, so sorry about that, folks. So this is KuCoin. You can do contract trading on here now. Why do I love contract trading so much? You fill a wallet with whatever crypto you're trading, whether it's Bitcoin or ETH, depending on the platform. We're going to look at another one in a minute. If we're talking about Bybit, which we're about to look at, you can do it with ETH, EOS, XRP, or Bitcoin. And so what you would do is throw some Bitcoin in any one of those wallets, or ETH, or EOS, or whatever. And then you can go long or you can go short and profit from moves in those markets And in order to take profit, all you have to do is close the trade. You don't have to sell out of Bitcoin. You don't have to sell out of EOS. So in other words, you could take your stack of ETH or your stack of EOS or your stack of XRP or your stack of Bitcoin, go on Bybit or go on KuCoin, and they have different pairs, but similar. And you can take that bit of Bitcoin, let's just talk about Bitcoin for now, and you can place leveraged trades going long or going short on Bitcoin. And if you made money on the trade, when you close the trade, you'll have more Bitcoin in your account. If you lost Bitcoin on the trade, when you close the trade, you'll have less Bitcoin in your account. Point being, you get to keep your Bitcoin. Or if you're trading ETH or if you're trading EOS, you get to keep those. So this is a wonderful way for those of you who you don't like the complexity of selling in and out, buying and selling in and out of your cryptos. You'd rather just build your cryptos stash. If that's you, this is a fantastic way to do it. So let's look at an example. I'll tell you what. Let's do. We'll do ETH. So I'm going to go to our report, and now I'm going to do this. What do I need to start pulse waving? You need a brokerage account of some type. That's what we were just looking at. Those are brokerage accounts, or usually called exchanges in the crypto world. You need some capital. Dex likes to say $500 is a good amount of money to have saved if you're going to be trading, and of course that's risk capital, not your rent money. But if you twist his arm, you can get him down to $250. Now, why does he say that? Because he wants to make sure you get something out of it, right, Dex? It's about making sure you have something to play with. If you're trying to trade with $50, don't pay $49 a month for a subscription. We love money, but we love you more. You need a way to choose your trade.
I think 500 is as low as you should go. Yeah, because it gives you more buying power. Obviously, the more risk capital you have, the more buying power you have. So I would say 500 is better. You could actually get by with 250 by trading crypto or even micro forex, and we could show you how to do that also.
Yeah, that's the OANDA that when you say micro, that's the basic what most people are doing with us.
Correct. Mm-hmm. And truth be told, I trade micro forex.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I love the micro futures contracts also.
Oh, right. Yeah, those were kind of new last year, and you were super excited about it because
correct. And the margins are really small, so smaller people it used to be on average. Most people on average have about 10 grand that they have set aside for risk capital, for investment, whatever. Mm-hmm. And the micro futures really lowers that bar of entry. Now you can actually get in and trade futures and manage your risk a lot better.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So here's what we do: the day in the life of a pulse wave trader. It's pick, order, pop. We're going to pick our trades. We're going to choose trades from the price trigger reports. Dex talked a little bit about how he does that earlier. He's looking for certain codes in his watch list, which is a shorter list we also provide to our members who are pros. For me, it's really easy. I only trade a few things, so I just look at the particular reports that I like to trade. So I'm a simple guy, folks. Then we're going to place an order. And that's going to be a stop order. So, for example, if I were trading ETH, I would go in here. And I'm going to do this super fast. If you miss it, don't stress out. We teach you how to do this. We take you by the hand and show you how to do this in our demos.
And it only takes 5 minutes, you guys, a day. 5 minutes a day to find your trades for the day and place your orders. That's it.
Absolutely.
You don't have to spend hours looking at charts and trying to find doji candles and using stochastic oscillator. No, throw that nonsense in the trash. It's all about the algos now, ladies and gentlemen.
I was so confused when I started working with you, not because the system's hard, but because of how simple it is.
Yeah, I know. It must be more to it. You got to be using something else.
Yeah,
nope, it is simple as it looks.
Indicator, and you're like, why? Learn how to use the reports. What are you trying to do? So I would take this buy trigger. This is if I wanted to go long. I would go back to Bybit. I'd click on conditional. I would set my leverage to something low. Let's set it to 3. I'd click on market. I'd put the price trigger in the trigger price. Then I would choose my quantity. Again, this is just a quick demo. I'd choose my quantity and I would click buy long. That would place a stop order, which means the order wouldn't go live unless the market hit that price trigger to trigger my order. That's why it's called a trigger price or a price trigger. And so I would wait for that. And if it hits it, then I would manage the trade using the pop method if it goes profitable. Very, very simple. So very cool. Oh, we just had a bunch of people join us.
Nice.
Hey, everybody.
Better late than never, right?
Yeah. Time for more reviews. Oh, it must be some weird thing somebody's doing to us. Okay. So that's it. We're going to place our order, and then we're going to pop. We're going to use the pop method to lock in profits and limit downside.
Oh my goodness.
What's up, buddy?
Bitcoin futures is now down 4,110
Oh,
points,
holy cow.
which is equal to $4,110.
Oh, God.
Wow.
It's insane. Insane.
G. Willikers, Batman, that's hard body karate right there.
Yes, it is. Very powerful.
That's
All
a
right.
Bruce Lee kick to the face.
To the face. So if you want to get started, folks, we've got a wonderful, as we said, wonderful new pricing for 2021. I'll put this in the YouTube description and go check it out. $199, and I'm gonna fix the fonts. Something messed up my website. It's very sad. So I'm gonna go fix the fonts now. But other than that,
So many people going at the same time saying, "Get me into these post waves. I need help."
that's what it is. Yeah, we had a huge batch of new members over the last few weeks. So thank you everybody for joining. Some of you are coming back and saying it's time to get into cryptos again. You're correct.
Absolutely
If
correct.
you weren't there already. And remember, folks, whether especially using these platforms I was looking at today, a lot of people when cryptos went down, they left cryptos because they didn't see the opportunity there. With these tools, you can go long or short any day. So we have much more professional, much more useful tools available to trade cryptos now than we did just a year or two ago. So if you tried crypto trading in the past and you found it unfruitful, man, you got to try this stuff. It's excellent. By the way, I should say Bybit is the one that I was looking at here. This is my favorite platform. You can't use it if you're in the US. You have to use a VPN. So check that out for yourself. Trade at your own risk. KuCoin, however, you can use from the US. Very easy to use, and it has very similar tools. It's my second favorite. I like it 90% as much as I like the other one. Well, Dex, you know I love you, man. It's great to talk to you this Friday morning and to be here with these people and these pulse waivers. It's been a great time. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, Dex, for taking time to hang out and talk about your awesome work, the pulse wave price triggers, which you've put your heart and soul into. And we appreciate you for it. So have a great weekend, my man, and have a great weekend, all you pulse waivers. Go to
somebody in the live chat is asking, is there a gap in the Dow Jones? Not necessarily, no. I didn't notice one. If you did, that's beyond me. The Dow futures is fine, man. This is just Take Back Friday. Like I always say, it's Take Back Friday, man. Market was up, all week, so you got to expect a pullback. It's just how it works. And the post wave reports help put you on the right side of that market. And the rally and crash alerts do their job by letting you know if a pullback or a rally is imminent. And that's pretty much that is the meat and potatoes of the algorithm, is giving you the rally and crash alerts. Those are golden.
Yeah.
If you get on those at the beginning of the move, you will notice that you will catch the lion's share of the move. Here at Pulse Wave Trading, we're not day traders. But with that being said, some trades may only last a day. But on average, we're in a trade on average 3 to 5 days. Reason being is because our rally and crash alert mechanisms tend to lead the markets 3 to 5 days out. So that's why it's very important that when you get the first or rally or crash alert, you have to get in there and get ready, because you're going to be able to capture the entire move if you do that. If you wait and you miss it, and now you got to get on the 999, which is the continuation pattern.
Right.
The risk of that is you don't know how long it's going to run. It could run for days, even weeks, or in some cases months before you even get a pullback.
Yeah.
But you don't know when that time is coming. So, for instance, if something's trending really powerfully, like the NASDAQ was, like the NASDAQ 100 was, the later you wait to buy in, you're running the possibility of getting into the trend toward the end of the life of that particular bull run. All right. So then if you get stopped out and you take a loss, you know, you got a bad little taste in your mouth. But the system is designed to get you on the right side. So if you get stopped out, you now have an opportunity to get short, make back some of that, what you lost on that one. It just depends on the market and market conditions, but the reports are designed to put you on the right side of the market at all times. So that's why it's important. I say you really got to get in there, and you got to get in there, you know, at the right time. All right, Oscar, you got a question. What's up, man? What's up, Triple OG?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, volatility is going crazy in Bitcoin. 4,245, 4,200. Oh my goodness. Prices are jumping and skipping on the futures right now, folks. We just had 130 point price swing up, make that 130 up now. Oh my goodness. Prices are just
10%.
all over the place, man. I haven't seen this in a minute. Now we're at 41.90. We just hit 42.55. It's just swinging now. All right, let's see. Dex, when you measure your report, how do you find your most attractive trades? Well, that goes back to the rally and crash alerts. That is how I identify the trade that I want to take. I look at, like, for instance, I have a handful of markets that I trade because as a human being, I can only track with so much stuff, right? So I have my handful of markets that I like to go in and out of, like the stock index futures. You know, that's the Russell, the Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ, right? Those are my top ones that I'm trading on a regular basis. So the first thing I'm looking for is, do I have 777s anywhere in any one of those? If I do, then that's the trade I'm going to take. I don't care what the chart says. I don't care. I'm taking that trade. That's how that works. Win, lose, or draw, that's the trade I'm taking. I'm taking every 777 I see, whether it be a rally or crash alert. I'm taking it. I don't care.
That's a good follow-up.
Attractive to me. All right, then another one, Oscar says, so if I put an order in futures under a 777 rally alert, do you let it run using the stops from the report and keep using those stops, or pop your way through? Okay, that's a very excellent question. And that's a question that we covered in our academy. Okay, so it's plain and simple. This is what you do. Every trade that we put on, we assume that we're going to be holding overnight. All right? Doesn't matter if it's a stock, a futures, or Forex, or crypto, doesn't matter. Every trade I put on, I'm holding overnight, which means that when I initiate the trade, I'm going to use the recommended stops on the report. After 24 hours, if I'm in profit, then I'm going to start popping my way through it using the pop method so that I can track and monitor my positions and lock in some profits so that I can put myself in a position to be playing with the house's money. So we always look to hold overnight on everything. Like I said, we're not day traders. We're more swing traders, if that's a way you want. Oh, come on, man. Bitcoin now down 4,655 points. Somebody is getting wrecked today in Bitcoin. Good grief.
Somebody didn't know it was Take Back Friday.
I see, this is what happens when you don't subscribe to the Pulse Wave.
This is what happens.
You get punished. you get punished. I'm serious. Someone is getting wrecked in this Bitcoin today. Well, the market's only going up. Oh, is that right? Is that so? Well, explain to me how longs in Bitcoin are getting wrecked today.
It's amazing how consistent Take Back Friday is, isn't it?
Yes, pop method is what it is for a reason. All right, now I'm gonna be honest with you. If it doesn't take out the intraday price inflection point support, then this is actually just noise. It's just profit taking, which means Come Monday, or should I say Sunday night, you can see Bitcoin back up precipitously. But right now, it's just a pullback.
And we have to get used to these new crazy numbers.
Yes, you do.
$4,000 sounds like a lot when Bitcoin was $8,000. But
I know, right?
It's $40,000 now.
Man, now we're at 4,700.
Yeah. Wow.
47.85. Man, this thing is getting crazy. I'm glad I am not holding a long position in there. Seriously, if you're using the pulse waves, ladies and gentlemen, and you use that to get long the Bitcoin, and you ain't stopped out yet, something is wrong. That means you're not using the pop method. I'm pretty sure the pop method would have got you out long before this wreckage, which means you left all that money on the table.
You really, I don't think you'd be in at all at this point, right? You'd be popped out a long time ago.
I'm pulling it up right now as we speak because I don't want to say something wrong. Let me pull it up. Yeah, you're out. You would have gotten out at minimum, you would have got out at 36,702 at minimum. That's minimum. All right, you could have got out even better than that, depending on which method you used. If you used the greedy method, then you probably would have got out somewhere around. I'll tell you right now, you would have had pretty much just about every day this week an opportunity. Okay, so actually on the aggressive method, the aggressive method would have got you out anywhere between 38,000 and between 38,000 and 38,696 on the futures. That's where you would have gotten out. Had you not, then you'd be getting wrecked right now. Wrecked. That's why you can't play games in these markets. You got to treat it like a business and take it seriously and use the tools that have been afforded you. That's why they're there, so that you don't get punished.
Word up.
Because the market don't care. So hopefully I answered everybody's questions with that one.
Some great questions, man. Really good stuff. Yeah, this is great. All right. I'm fixing the fonts.
You guys got me hyped now. So you get me talk about these markets, and
he's going to start trading on Friday. You're going to hurt me.
Okay. This is getting ridiculous. 5,000.
Wow, that's insane.
This is not a kick in the face from Bruce Lee anymore. It's a punch from Mike Tyson in his prime with no gloves on, and he's wearing brass knuckles.
Brass knuckles.
Wow.
Face.
Wow. Right in the dome. Right in the dome piece. Oh man. Okay. See, these price action gets me excited, people. You know, it just gets me excited. Gets me all worked up when I see price action like this. But this is why too I don't initiate normally I don't initiate new positions on Friday because volatility can run away from you. And most of the time, though, this is a rarity. Most of the time, folks, the markets are quiet. Fridays are normally a little tame. Not too much goes on. So it's not really a lot of money on the table one way or another.
Except for that 1.9 trillion or whatever it is that's on the table.
Yeah, you know, when situations like that come, I mean, come on, really? Really? Who's going to leave that kind of money on the table?
We're going to get that $2,000 after all. Biden's giving it to everybody.
I know, right?
I know people get upset on the ideological level. I just assume they're going to spend us into oblivion. So I know people get like disgruntled when they hear that they're doing things, but I just feel like they're going to wreck it anyway. They might as well give me money.
Right? I like that. I like that logic.
People get all like, "Oh, this money, this is terrible," and I'm like, "What? They're wrecking everything anyway. At least give me some."
I mean, look, while the house is burning, you might as well, steal some furniture, right?
Yeah, collect a few valuables on your way out.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm buying awesome stuff with it. Opportunity, wonderful stuff. So
pretty much,
my friend, have a great weekend. I got to run. I have an appointment. So thanks.
You do the same. Likewise, man. Hey, everybody. If you missed the beginning, you can watch it. It's been recorded. And yeah, you're right. I did talk about the Russell My Hustle way before everybody else. Yeah. I talked about GBTC and Hack.
Yep.
Before anyone else did too.
Right.
which is also getting punished today. GBTC down almost $5, getting punished.
We should, another thing you talk about is those futures you were talking about in the beginning, the mini futures or whatever they are.
We should do a webinar on that.
Yeah, we should do a webinar on that because that's a real opportunity for people. So
okay, let's put it together. Let's make it happen.
Cool. All right, thanks everybody. Thank you, especially Dex. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Yeah, man. Hey, you know what it is? Bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back, because if you don't, you will get wrecked. Hard body karate in these markets. Peace.
Peace.